Hey y'all, it is 1:30 in the morning, and so like technically it is October 6th, and the only reason I'm coming here when I should be in bed is because I have a doctor, well, not doctor, it's a dentist appointment for a 3D x-ray at 10 a.m. and the office for that is like half an hour away. And then my husband mentioned something while we were eating about wanting to stop at his office and pick up some things. So because of that, and figuring I'm going to be out the house for a few hours, I wanted to open up the next one on my DK blanket so that I can take this with me and work on it in the car or in the dentist's office. So I thought I'd just open up and then I'll go to bed because it is already way too late. But so this one is called There's Fungus Among Us. Fungus always makes me think green, so I'm thinking maybe there will be some green in here. I forgot to cut this starting, so here we go. Let's see. There is no green, so I was not correct about that. Ooh, okay, there's a nice extra in here, which is some red tea, Good Hope Vanilla, which I can tell you, vanilla rooibos is the best rooibos. Also, I went and looked on this shop's Etsy page, and they do still have Christmas advents. Unfortunately, it looks like they're out of bags, but they do still have Christmas advents, and I think it's a Christmas feast is the theme. Anyways, I have it in the cart. I have not checked out because you know I have a lot of Christmas advents, but how fast this DK is going, and I was thinking like I could do the same pattern but do one less repeat to make up for the fact that it's like 6 less days, so to add a little bit more length, cut back one repeat for the width, and then I could kind of have like matching seasonal blankets. Anyways, I not fully convinced myself yet, because you know I have a lot of advents, but it just goes so fast. I'm actually able to finish a color every day, so we're in negotiations with myself, you know, practical side versus I want what I want. Anyways, this is let me try to put it this way. This is today's color, which is not green at all like I had guessed, which considering it's like a fade, that makes sense. I really like this one, very pretty. This dyer is doing an excellent job, I think, with the colors. I might as well show you what I had finished earlier. Let me get the correct bag. My table is taken over by bags again. My Swift is inaccessible again. But anyways, this is how the blanket is currently looking. So held back. I'm just really enjoying this. And so I think it will look like it will go nicely into this next color. So that is with what, 5? This is how wide it is with 5 colors, so it's gonna get 6 times as long. So looking at this, I'm gonna measure along the right here. It looks like this right now is just about 9 inches. So 9 times 6 is 54, and 54 is a very nice length for a lap throw. So yeah, I'm really, I know at the beginning I dithered about whether I would do this pattern because I wanted to do the larkspur, whatever it's called. But I'm really actually quite happy with how this is looking. And I'm thinking maybe of doing the larkspur in big box yarn for my husband, because he has hinted not so subtly that, you know, he wants made things actually made and completed things. So I did have some yarn I got at Hobby Lobby on clearance that I bought to make him a blanket, and I hadn't picked a pattern yet, and maybe I'll use the larkspur for that, or foot, whatever it's called. Anyways, I'm really excited to add this color. I am extra excited to brew up this tea tomorrow and drink it because I've not had this particular one, but I do like the Republic of Tea teas, and I love vanilla rooibos. It's just super delish. So definitely gonna drink a cup of that tomorrow, today, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I will talk with you more probably after the dentist situation. So hope you're having a great start to your day, and I will chat later. Bye. Hey everyone, this is Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is about 2:30 in the afternoon, and I am in for the rest of the day. I don't know where I was gonna go with that. Anyways, went to the dentist for that 3D x-ray thing. Seriously, 30-minute drive to get there for less than 5 minutes. Like, my appointment was 10 o'clock, and by 10:02 I was done. So that was great. Then we stopped by my husband's office so he could get some personal effects, and then we decided to get some sandwiches. We went to this local grocery, well, not local, I mean, it's in I don't know if it's outside of California, but it's throughout California. Anyways, Bel Air. And we got some sandwiches made. Got a salami sandwich with extra salami, and it was so good. So good. And I don't know if any of you have had these Bing sodas, but they're like cherry flavored. I love this so much. It is not sugar free, but there are only 9 grams of sugar, so I'm going to take that as a win. If you haven't been following my blog, you might not know I have diabetes. I am not the best at being a good diabetic, but I'm trying. I'm gonna try better after I drink this. Anyways, so then my husband and I were eating our sandwiches and watching the Goldbergs, and I was scrolling Facebook, and I'm in this Stephen West mystery shawl group that is for people who just want to post progress of their mystery shawls and all that, and anything. Anyways, I think I mentioned yesterday about the controversy surrounding the start of the shawl. I'm going to pop in a picture here that shows a side-by-side comparison of a swastika and the first part. And I think this is one of the clearer, if you want to call it that, examples of people who see the swastika in it. But even then, if you look at the comparison of the two pictures, which is what this side by side is supposed to be showing, it is not the same symbol. The angles are different. I think that there are just some people who see a lot of negativity in the world, who just see symbols of hate everywhere and sometimes look for them. So, well, some people saw that. A lot of people didn't. And originally, Stephen West released an alternative version. And I'll try to pop in a picture of someone's alternative version here. There were other... So this one's completely different. It doesn't have any of that. It's just literally just growing from... stripes growing from the inside. some people had come up with some alternative color ways, like if you reverse 2 of the sections and do it from lightest to darkest and then another section darkest to lightest, that you don't get what looks like that coloring. Some people changed it so each of the 2 sections were just 2 colors, and then the other section was the 2 other colors, to try to minimize the look of that symbol, which I still don't see. Honestly, I don't see it. I guess if you are really looking for something, but I don't see it. Anyways, so I thought it was great that he offered an alternative for people who see the swastika and rightfully don't want to be associated with the swastika. However, today's update, he deleted the original version, so all that's available is that alternative version. And I think that's super unfair to people who didn't see it. My husband is a German Jew. His family escaped the Holocaust. I may have mentioned this yesterday. I don't know. I've said it on Facebook at least a dozen times today in that group. Like literally, family members died in the concentration camps. I showed it to him and he does not see the swastika. He doesn't see the swastika in it. Why do we always need to be offended on behalf of others who aren't necessarily offended in the first place? Why do we have to put offenses on other people? Like, oh, I'm going to be offended on your behalf, and if you don't see it, well, maybe you're just too ignorant to see it. Like, I don't know if that's the attitude that you are trying to put out there, but it's wrong. And so, someone had posted that Stephen West had deleted the original. Luckily, I managed to have a copy of the original, thanks to a friend who sent it to me. She knows who she is. I'm not going to out her. I bought the pattern, okay? I have the receipt. I can show the receipt. I bought the pattern. It's just all so ridiculous. Like, it is so ridiculous. And I cannot help but feel so sorry for Stephen West. Like, that man puts his heart and soul into these patterns. He makes excellent video production. If you just watch any of his videos, you can see that he is a kind, caring person who is not in any way a hater or associated with the Nazis or anything like that. That is just the most ridiculous kind of. But to put, and I'm not saying anyone has said that he's associated with Nazis or anything, but to put it out there like he designed a pattern that looks like a swastika is just ridiculous and so offensive. And I hope that it has not disheartened him, because I know if it was me and that was the response I got to something that I designed, I probably would be done. Like, honestly, I'd probably be done. Like, who wants to carry that burden around with them? But anyway, so I've commented on the Facebook thread that's going on, and there are just some people who are just so self-righteous and so, like, they're like, I don't know, they're just so self-righteous. It's just, if I wasn't filming on my phone, I'd read some of their comments of just how delightful they are. You know, they say things that are like, basically, if you have a different opinion than theirs, that you have no right to that opinion. And there are several people of Jewish ancestry who have commented on the thread, others whose family members survived the Holocaust and were in concentration camps, and they've said they didn't see it, their family didn't see it, that they are happy with the original design. So this whole thing is just so ridiculous. But anyways, all that ramble, and I'm sorry, this big long rant, I'm just so frustrated by it, to say that I am now going on a knitting marathon session to try to get done as much of this first part as I can, because I'm worried he's going to delete the video tutorial, and I kind of depend on those video tutorials while doing his designs. So here is my I also thought I was out of black ink, and I found another cartridge in a drawer. So I was like frantically looking for another cartridge so I could have like the printed out pattern. But so here it is. That is Stephen West right there. And this is clue 1. And I'm going to be knitting this. And I'm not going to be having on A Discovery of Witches, even though I want to watch that final season, because I need to go fast, which means an audiobook. I need to put on an audiobook, and probably one I'm pretty familiar with, so maybe Harry Potter or maybe a Brandon Sanderson. I don't know. Because I do not have time to be messing around with other stuff. I have got to knit this. Someone knit this in 10 to 12 hours. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, and even if that puts me in the middle of the night, but I'm going to do my best because I'm really worried he's going to delete that video. And I'm determined to knit this first part. I'm not changing it to that other design. For one thing, I don't really like the look of the other design. If that's not what he designed the overall design to be with, I want it to be what his original image was, his original plan. And I'm doing a pink fade set, so whatever. This is all just such bogus. Oh my gosh, I forgot I was gonna get another wax melt. Okay, so I'm gonna stop filming here, get another wax melt, put it in, let you know what that is, because I've been doing the apple for like 2 days now. So, time to switch. Okay, so yeah, that's what all of this crazy mumbo jumbo. Oh, I did start crocheting the first today's color stripe. Don't know if that's gonna get done today, but whatever. I was knitting at this in the dentist's office, and there was an older lady there, and she asked me what I was doing, and she said that she had crocheted when she was younger, and that she regrets that she stopped crocheting because she feels like it would help calm down some of her anxiety and stuff like that. And I told just before we left, so then we chatted a little bit. Just before we left, I said to her, you know, it's never too late to pick up a crochet hook and just try again, that there's lots of YouTube videos to help you learn. And so I really hope that maybe she'll pick up a crochet. She says she suffers from anxiety, and she would love something to just help calm her mind. And I said, well, this is a great thing to calm the mind. So I really hope that she does. And I thought that was a really nice, awesome experience, that a lot of people don't like to knit or crochet or cross stitch in public. And I think really it's a conversation opener. I've never had a bad interaction with anyone while knitting or crocheting in public. And if anything, I've only been able to share the love and answer questions for people who are curious. So, yeah, if you're comfortable with it, I totally recommend doing it in public. It's great. Anyways, so I will be back in like I was gonna say in like 2 shakes, but like for you guys it's gonna be like 1 second. Okay, bye. Okay, so this scent is called Twilight in the Woods, and I feel like there was a Bath and Body Works flavor that was something about either Twilight or in the woods or something, so it would be interesting if that smelled anything like that. So let's see. It's a brown pumpkin. There we go, brown pumpkin. And let's see. I almost smell chocolate, but that can't be right. I think this is going to be another one of those scents where I need to be melting it to really kind of get a sense of it. I mean, I'm not smelling vanilla, which is always a good thing, because vanilla makes me nauseous. Not cooking vanilla. I love the scent of cooking vanilla, but like vanilla hand lotion, I can't handle it at all. My mom's the same way. I used to love it, but my mom couldn't handle it. And so then none of us were allowed to use it. And then the next time I smelled it, I couldn't handle it either, which was like years later. So I think probably something there. But anyways, I'm gonna go melt this and get my project started. I'm thinking I'll give little like updates as I finish parts and sections. I think there's like 7 or 8 sections. Let's check the pattern. Hang on. Let's see, section 8. So there are 8 sections. So maybe after each section I will give a little progress update. So welcome along for this crazy ride. I am wearing, because of this, I am wearing my Born Free, Live Free shirt because I believe we are all born free, live free, make the choices you want to make, do what's best for your life, and stop putting your own things onto other people. That's just what I'm going to say. If you haven't guessed my stance on most things by now, if you don't like it, just unsubscribe, because I am who I am, and so I believe in freedom. That's all I'm gonna say for now, because clearly I'm getting riled up. I'm not gonna say I'm getting spicy, because that's a whole other thing, but you know, I'm getting whatever. Okay, I'm gonna go put on Brandon Sanderson or something. Okay, it is 5 o'clock, and I mean, it took me a little while to get started, but I am done with section 1. So, on one side we are decreasing. So we went from 36 stitches cast on to now there are 20. And you can see the fade. I'm trying to make it be darker. Maybe if I put it up against the paper. Yeah, that helps. Sorry, this cord tangle, like, it keeps staying round. But I love these wooden needles. I'm using Likey. Here's the package. It's a driftwood. Anyways, I really like these, except for the cord. I hate the cord, but it is what it is. So here is the first section done. You can see, oops, come on, y'all. Such attractive angles here. Okay. You can actually see all 4 colors, which is good because colors 3 and 4, the top 2, they really are very, very similar. So they kind of fade into each other, but that's okay. I love these colors. I love the softness of how this looks so far. So anyways, I just wanted to do a quick update because I am moving on to section 2, which is longer. So it'll be a little bit before I come back with that update.